There was a tragic story took place in Israel several years back. A driver was driving a bus full of school children and got into an accident, unclear to what degree he was actually at fault. But one of the little children on the bus, a 9-year-old boy, was unfortunately killed. The driver was devastated, obviously the parents grief-stricken, and they followed the Jewish halachic requirement of sitting Shiva, 7 days of mourning. The driver was absolutely a wreck. And after the 7 days of the Shiva, there's a tradition, on the 7th day, the parents, people who are sitting Shiva, they then get up and resume as much as possible their normal day-to-day life. These parents made a trip. The driver lived up north in Israel. The parents made a trip to the driver's home the day after the Shiva. And they sat down with the driver and said, "We want you to understand something. We know that you were not at fault, and we don't blame you in any way for the death of the child. We understand it's a difficult job driving the bus. You could easily be distracted. It's not clear that it was your fault at all, that you had any involvement in it, could have been avoided. It's not even clear that it could have been avoided. And therefore, we want you to know that we have absolutely no feelings of animosity towards you whatsoever. We understand that it was a tragedy, it was a decree from heaven, and therefore what we would like more than anything else is that you should immediately resume driving the bus. We heard that you pledged that you will no longer drive a bus. Please, it was not your fault. We have no claims, and we are not upset with you on a personal level. Please resume your job and drive the bus." That's the story. Now you have to understand, number one, where the parents are, people are not always logical. People are what we call psychological. And often things happen in life where somebody who is totally blameless is blamed because people simply feel that it was their loss and therefore he's the person that they should be blaming. That's a normal and almost natural, not necessarily correct, but it is a natural reaction that many people have. These parents, understanding that while they had their personal grief and their personal tragedy, in some ways, it's worse for the driver, because the driver will blame himself for the rest of his life for being the cause of that tragedy. And therefore, the parents had the strength of character to set aside their own personal grief in order to go to this driver and try to put his mind at ease and help him to continue with his life the same way that they would continue along with their life.